In 2009, Northwest Flight 188 from San Diego to Minneapolis, carrying 147 passengers, doesn't respond to calls from air traffic control and is reported as NORDO.
NORDO is a term that's used in the air traffic control business to indicate that a pilot is not talking to anybody in the air traffic control system. So NORDO means no radio contact.
Northwest 188. Northwest 188.
It's now been an hour since the pilots were last in contact with air traffic control.
Land, we're still not talking to them. Yeah, he's supposed to be landing minutes. What their procedure is if they can't talk to anybody, do they just hold over the airport and
I don't know. You can't reach him at all?
Right, I can't reach him on God or anything.
Northwest Airlines Flight 188 has now flown 150 miles past its final destination of Minneapolis.
The worst case scenario is this is the beginning of another 9/11 event. And of course, that has to go through the controller's mind.
Fearing a hijack and a repeat of 9/11, the U.S. military prepares to scramble fighter jets to intercept the airliner. Controllers ask another Northwest Airlines pilot for help.
Frequency 126.32, 2632, broadcast for Northwest 188. See if you can raise that aircraft on that frequency, please.
Okay, we'll do that.
Then, finally,
Minneapolis Northwest 188.
1 hour and 18 minutes of radio silence, Northwest Airlines Flight 188 makes contact with air traffic control in Minneapolis.
There's 188, Minneapolis Center. Go ahead.
Roger, we got distracted and we've overflown Minneapolis. We are overhead Eau Claire and would like to make a 180 and do arrival from Eau Claire.
Do you have time to give a brief explanation on what happened?
Just cockpit distraction, that's all I can say.
Is there any way you can elaborate on the distraction?
We're just dealing with some company issues here and that's all it was. That's all I can tell you right now at this time.
In this incident, increased reliance on automation in the cockpit leads to boredom and distraction, which leads to error. In the wake of the incident, both pilots had their licenses permanently revoked. This incident isn't unique. Pilot distraction is on the rise. Just how much is automation contributing to pilot boredom and distraction?
We've done studies, for instance, where we've had pilots put in cockpits for long duration flights, and we've had them identify targets, basically other aircraft in the vicinity. And they'll fly for 3 or 4 hours, and then they'll count the number of aircraft they saw. And they'll come in and they'll tell you they found 7 or 8, when in fact there were 15. So something happened. They weren't sleeping, but they weren't paying attention. There's no question that boredom can lead to distraction or inattention. And ultimately that can lead to an error in the cockpit. And unfortunately, when errors occur, if you don't capture them, it can lead to catastrophe.